Hello everyone and welcome back to the Padel Pulse podcast powered by TSH Padel. The Riyadh P1 is in the books. Coello and Tapia remind everyone that they are the kings. Leburger looking like the team that might be able to dethrone the kings. Ustero and Sanchez, are they the best team on the women's tour? We're going to get into everything that happened in Riyadh and so much more. But before we start, I'm Yusuf.
Hi, I'm Ismail.
Hey guys, I'm Haroon.
This is Padel Heaven. This is Padel Heaven.
Augsburger has fully arrived. He is the man. He's the man. He's the best player on the left in the world right now.
He's walking off like it's nothing. He's walking off like it's nothing. It's so disgusting how amazing that was.
Like you can tell that you're enthusiastic. You guys are helping the conversation move along, especially in English, which I think is very needed.
We have Miguel and Nuno. Welcome David Howe. Welcome Gonza and Nico.
Welcome to the podcast. CFL Brazil.
Medina Murphy with us here today. Coach Nacho Porto.
Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Guys, we just had an absolute look. It was a joy to watch what happened to the Riyadh people. You know, I was hyped for the Premier Padel Tour to start, Arun. But after this week ended, I am 1,000% back into full paddle mode. This is as juicy as it gets with what happened this week. The most exciting thing to me is something that we're going to get into in 2 segments or more. But to start off, we need to talk about the Kings. Coello Tapia Ismail defended their throne. You had Leburger winning this tournament. Coello Tapia reminded you, we are the Kings, and we're the Kings for a goddamn reason. Your thoughts on Coello Tapia?
Yeah, I did have Leburger coming up with an upset, but I'm the only one out of us who had them defeating Chingalan because, you know, they also go back into the lab in the offseason. They also have a coach. They also are fiercely competitive, and every year they come back and they improve every single time, and they keep showing us more and more and more that in the clutch moments, they have the guts, they have the mental composure to come up with maybe it's not their best level of paddle, but they come up with enough to win the big moments. And I thought that after they got away with that match against Leburger and they found a way to come through after being down 3 set points in that first set where the match might have taken a completely different direction. After they came back from 6-3 down in that tiebreak, I said, this tournament's theirs. Like, it just felt like they found all the momentum. Whenever a heavyweight champion like Coello and Tapia, they get challenged like that and they come out victorious and you poke the bear and they need to bring their best level out. I knew it was over for whoever, like for Leburger and for Chingalan. Like they were awakened now.
They did lose the set after though.
Sure, but they were not going to lose the match. They weren't going to be denied. Like you brought them, you forced them to play their best level or close to it. And that's what they showed today. When they need to play at that level, it doesn't matter. Coello can find the aggressive level that he needs. Tapia will emerge in the right moments and figure out the perfect magic to find the gaps, to play the necessary defense. But they came out aggressive. They came out strong. They punched Chingalan in the mouth today. They didn't give them any room. And again, I felt that helpless feeling I felt for Chingalan last year when it was like, they have to play perfect just to compete. And it felt like that again. And honestly, I don't know. We can talk about Chingalan, but today, Coello Tapia showed they are levels above. They truly are.
Haroon, levels above?
Yeah, I disagree with you, Smile. Like, yeah, sure. It's tough because I had Chingalan winning the tournament. I had Chingalan taking down Coello and Tapia. They were my pick. And because they were losing sets, they were dropping sets, and I felt like they were letting everybody play. And that shocking they dropped the first set of the tournament against Dylan Guichard and Blanc, or the French guys who came up with an amazing level against Coello and Tapia.
Lucky losers, though, yeah. But they did keep them in the match, didn't they?
Sure, they lost, but they also took a set off of them 6-3, which is pretty convincing if you ask me. And then Jairo Batista and Lucas Campagnolo also were playing pretty well against them. And then Leburger, Lebrón Augsburger, and Juan Lebrón were also playing well against them. So I felt like they don't look unbeatable to me. And I was more confident with my pick in the final with Chingalan because Chingalan were crushing everybody on their path. Nobody felt like they were playing in the match at all with Chingalan.
That's the classic story, Haroon. Always Chingalan looks amazing in the beginning of the tournament. Coello Tapia always, they always look that they're still warming up.
I don't think they always look like that, but there's so much respect for Chingalan that Coello Tapia are giving because they come super prepared. Like they make sure that they're not leaving any stone unturned and they're playing super clean. Like I think that's so much respect has to be given for Chingalan there because Coello Tapia are wide awake there. They're not leaving anything, no unforced errors, nothing, no stone unturned, which is unbelievable. Like that they came up 6-4, 6-2 against the guys that crush, absolutely dominate everybody else. So I don't know if they're so way like they're so much higher above everybody else, but they're certainly champions, and like it feels like it's the same story. But I hope that it's not the same story.
I hope it isn't, but like they just show they find the way to bring a level that it's unplayable.
Yeah, they have this champions pedigree that, you know, like even though Chingalan are champions and Lebrón is a champion, Augsburger, you can say he's won tournaments, he's a champion, he's a World Cup champion. But they have something else. There's something different. And you made a great point about that tiebreak when they won that tiebreak against Leburger, and you're like, okay, they have something different. Like when it comes to these moments, they expect to win. And that's the difference. They expect to win these points. They expect to win the clutch games. And that's what they do, and that's what they did again today. They rise up to the occasion like no one else on the Padel Tour. There's no one that rises to the occasion like them. Yeah. They are the most clutch team. Yeah. Like not only are they, you're like, okay, they're superior talent-wise. Mentally, they are superior than everyone else when it comes to these moments. Because what happened today? Because when it came to 4-all that clutch time, that's clutch time in tennis and paddle. 4-all. Who can take the break here? They take their break. They're able to close out the set, and then they didn't look back.
You don't need to give Coello Tapia many chances. Like you give them 1 or 2 chances, they're gonna take it, and they have no fear, Yusuf, like you're saying, and they believe in themselves and they know they're gonna win.
Yeah. But to your point, Haroon, because you said the statement, you said their tournament usually goes where Ismail, you said they're struggling in the beginning. Haroon said you said they were struggling throughout this entire tournament with Blanquin, Gijon taking them, lucky losers taking them to a final set. We know it was a demolition once that first set was over, but they took them to a final set. And then also Cairo 7-6, 7-6. Coello and Tapia, to me, give me the vibes of Carlos Alcaraz before 2025.
I think Carlos Alcaraz is a perfect
Carlos
comparison.
Alcaraz was that player, like he is by far the best player when he's at his best, right? Like there's no comparison to what Carlos Alcaraz can do. Coello and Tapia, the same exact thing. But they just can't find it within them to find the motivation to go toe-to-toe in these first few rounds because they know the matchup is Chingalan in the final, for example, or Lebrón and Augsburger now. Like before that, they don't know how to wake up. But they're able to rise to the occasion once it comes. Carlos Alcaraz, same exact thing. So I feel like it's the same exact thing. What they need to stop, like they eventually win. They eventually win those matches. But they need to stop giving up because at some point, yesterday, we're going to talk about that Lebrón Augsburger match. But they spent so much time when Chingalan took care of business so easily.
Yeah, but then that's because it's another matchup.
I know, because it's another matchup, a very difficult matchup, an amazing matchup. Yeah. Can't wait to talk about that. But the matches before, you're not supposed to give Blanquin and Gijon a set. You're not supposed to maybe Coello and Tapia. I don't think Campagnolo and Cairo should go with you 7-6, 7-6. But that's I just feel like they don't. It wasn't the same Coello and Tapia that we saw in the final. To me, Agustin Tapia in the final played the perfect match. I know that Coello has the stats, but I felt like Tapia was locked in from the very first moment. He was playing safe in the beginning, but he wasn't really making any mistakes. Any mistakes that he was doing, I feel like they were forced. And when it came to the moment where you need to rise to the occasion, he rose to the occasion. Coello, same exact thing. They came to play in this final.
Yeah, because they know how to play the big matches. They know how to play the finals, the semifinals. They know how to play those big moments better than anyone. Like Haroon likes to say, they've monopolized winning. They really do. And they keep on monopolizing it more and more. And that's why the discrepancy is getting more and more. Also, may I add, like Tapia said that he was nicked up with injuries towards the end of last year.
You can see that grip, the picture of the grip. He had to add cushion to where his finger was so he can play.
Yeah, well, that was his finger. Then he also had the knee or shoulder. Like he was talking about, he had some nagging injuries that he was dealing with. A healthy Tapia is a monster. Like, every time he lined up for a smash, it felt like it was going to the heavens. Harun loves to say he has the best smash. Like, Galan is amazing, and he has the most numbers-wise, but Tapia's smash was unstoppable this tournament. It really was, and he was incredible. And it's incredible because he does it in the most important moments every single time.
Yeah.
Don't dare him with a smash in the big moments. Augsburger and Galan dared him in many big moments today and yesterday. Yeah, and he makes them pay. Yeah. He makes them pay.
By far, Harun, the clutchness is insane. Now, Agustin Tapia stands alone, Harun, among active players with the most titles.
Unbelievable.
54, surpassing Galan. And Coello, by the way, coming. He's 47. So these guys are coming for everything. I have no idea where it's going to stop.
No clue.
Harun, do you have anything else to add? Before I ask the MVP question.
Anything else to add beyond what regurgitating the same argument that these guys are unbelievable, these guys are absolutely magnificent, but yeah, like I just love watching them. Chingalan and Coello Tapia, this Classico, I never get bored of it. Like, I really never get bored of it. It's so fun to watch. They come like this is the last match that they're ever gonna play. They're so focused. They play absolutely beautiful paddle. It's not boring at all. Like, I give me more, please. And I hope we get much more of this. But guys, I don't think that it's gonna be one-sided like it started off last year or whatever. Like the story was. I think that this is gonna be much more competitive than it was last year. And I think that Chingalan are experimenting early on. So maybe the 6-4, 6-2 looks like it's a dominant win, but I don't think that this is going to stay like that for long.
I don't know.
I agree with you 100% because I actually don't think they're levels above everyone else. I don't agree with that. They are when they're clutch. They know how to win. They have the championship mindset, the championship pedigree. But do I think that they're levels above? I think they're Chingalan are right there.
I'm not giving up on the rivalry with Chingalan just yet, but I think at the moment they're above. They are
above, but I don't think they're levels. Like, we're going to get into Chingalan, but before we get into Chingalan, Ismail, who was your MVP in the Riyadh P1?
Coello was amazing. He played really aggressive all match long, but for me it's Tapia. It's the things that don't show up in the stat sheet. Even if he has a worse winners to unforced errors. But every time there's a big moment, Tapia's coming through with the perfect smash, with the right defense, with the right opening up of the court, with the calmness, the cool-headed mentality and leadership in the big moments. Give me Tapia. For me, I'm incredibly impressed.
Harun, Tapia also?
Yeah, I agree on that one. Coello gets the stats. He's the solid guy that you need to do the stuff that you expect him to do. However, the reason why I feel like Chingalan maybe sometimes are at a disadvantage is because Agustin Tapia has all of the shots. Like, everything is open for him. So they second guess. They think, do I go this? Do I go that? Like, there's no safety against somebody like Agustin Tapia. And like you said, Smail, like the 15-30s, the love 15, like the 15 love, like the early points in the match sometimes like that where they don't really count as much as when you look at all the big points. So it's Tapia for you? But it's Tapia for me. It's Tapia.
Okay. Well, I'm usually the guy who likes to sing Arturo Coello's praises because I feel like sometimes he's underrated. But, like you guys said, the facts that it's not showing on the stat sheet. To me, it's the momentum changing shots, the momentum changing points that Agustin Tapia has. He had them this match. He's also my MVP. So it's unanimous.
He's amazing. And also, like, he's so creative on the court. Like, you feel like you found an opening in the court. Like, he's defending at the back. You think you have time to, like, reset the point with just a regular ball, for example, down the line. And then he comes in and just smashes it away. He's incredibly creative and he innovates on the court all the time. And he's a joy to watch. Yep. On the other hand, guys, you both had Chingalan winning the first tournament of the year here in Riyadh.
I had Coello Tapia winning the tournament.
Yeah, and then you went for Chingalan in the final, though. You switched your pickaroo there.
Again, I did the mistake.
But, Chingalan, they deserve their flowers as well. They had an amazing tournament, even considering the final. Yusuf, what are your thoughts on Chingalan so far in their start to the season?
Okay, let me start with the final though, because I'm disappointed. I am disappointed because I like I said, my big prediction of the 2026 season is that they are going to end the year as world number ones. And I still believe that's going to happen. But this one to me was a bit sad because I felt like, first of all, Galan usually is composed. Galan usually doesn't rush. And when he does, that's the end of it. And he rushed, then he got agitated, and things weren't going his way. And Chingo also the same exact thing, was giving us lots of errors. We don't see that. So I wasn't happy with what I saw from them in the final. It was by far one of the worst matches they've played in a long, long time. That being said, the entire tournament leading up to that, oh my God, they were an absolute joy to watch. They were killers. They were bullies. They gave nobody any chance to breathe. From round one all the way to the final, no one got a chance to breathe.
But that's what they do every tournament.
No,
so
but
that's not new.
but not like this. Like Los Pacos, yeah, I know we've seen it, but Los Pacos were coming off. Paquito Navarro and Fran Guerrero were coming off an amazing high, beating Yangos and Stupa, and we're gonna get into them. But they just absolutely demolished them. They destroyed them. They gave them no chance to breathe. And that's why I decided, like, Chingalan, okay, we're going to move into the final. It's going to be different, but that wasn't the case. Again, they demolish everyone. And, in a way, if you're thinking, okay, the people that we can get close to, if you're the best of the rest when you come to Paquito Navarro, Stupa, Yangos, all these guys, you think Chingalan, they're the ones that you can get close to. And then Chingalan are coming into this season. They are levels above also. And then it just comes to Coello Tapia, something happens. So overall, I think they've improved. Today's an outlier. Today was a bad match from them, and there was some unlucky points here and there. On break point, the ball hits the net and then goes out of the court. Like lots of different things that didn't go their way. The smashes weren't working, and then they exploded from within. But I am happy with what I've seen from Chingotto and Galan. My prediction for 2026, them ending as the kings, I still like it.
Harun, it was a pretty convincing win from Coello Tapia though today. How did you see Chingalan's tournament?
The score line does not do justice to the match and to the whole tournament. I think Chingalan is just fine. I think it was just unlucky. I think that they weren't feeling it today. And Agustin Tapia was on
unlucky?
Today.
Are we just going to claim it off to luck?
I would claim it more to Agustin Tapia playing an amazing match. I think that's big credit there. And I think that when he's on and then you're off, I feel like then that the gap gets bigger. And I think that they are experimenting with stuff. They're trying new strategies. They're trying to fail fast. And I think that with all other guys,
Harun? What were they experimenting with? Like, what's the strategy they were experimenting with?
They're experimenting with tactics. They're trying to do different things. They're trying to trying to do different things than what they did last year. All of the tactics, I don't know exactly. I felt like it was slightly different.
Smashes. I think
the aggressiveness from Chingotto.
Chingo's a bit more aggressive.
He is smashing like crazy. And the entire tournament, it was working very, very well, by the way. But we came to the final, it wasn't going his way. I think because it's too much in his head. He's feeling he has to do more because Coello's on the other side.
He lost confidence in that smash in the final.
Because Coello's coming on the other side, and you need to hit the perfect smash.
Yeah.
But that is a weapon that he's added to the arsenal. That is a weapon that they are going to continue to use.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good change, and so I mean, other than that,
I think that Galan was becoming more aggressive throughout the tournament. He was becoming more aggressive than what he usually is. Even I felt like he was trying to do the same tactic like Coello, suffocate everybody and not give anybody a chance, trying to make points much shorter.
Yeah, I mean, it's perhaps they are. I mean, and time's gonna tell where they gonna go, Chingalan, from here. For me, I think Chingalan, they're amazing. I'm expecting them to be amazing. And if we're going to wait for them to be world number ones, I'm almost not waiting or, not judging anything before the final now. I'm not going to judge anything before their match against Coello Tapia. We know they're going to dominate everyone. I want to see what they do against Coello Tapia. I want to see, can they make that next jump? And then today to get dominated like that by Coello, and it was dominance. I don't mix my words. They were dominated by Coello Tapia, and they had no break points in that first set. The second set, they got broken immediately. They were going to go double breakdown, triple breakdown, and they weren't able to convert any of the micro chances even in the second set. I felt like their energy, this team will only go as far as Galan takes them. And if Galan's not...
I disagree.
I think if he's not on it, this team cannot beat Coello Tapia. Like, it really goes, for me, as far as Galan goes. Galan is slightly off, like he was today. Missing returns, smashes not converting 100% of the time. Then it's going to be very hard to compete with Coello Tapia. Like, they don't have room to breathe. And then this is the same suffocation feeling I was feeling in the beginning of last year. It came back today. Like, they didn't have that composure that they were showing towards the end of last season against Coello Tapia.
Yeah, today was a bad day in the office. It was a bad day until it was going just fine. And by the way, they were competitive in the second set. After they tried to come back, it just didn't go their way today. So many things did not go their way. When they had break points, they had their chances. It wasn't working today. And do you expect that not to be the same thing over and over again? No, I don't think so.
Well, I think it brought back the same feelings from before. And if this is the result after going into the lab during the off-season to come out and get dominated, it's a bit depressing. But they're champions.
No, but I disagree, Ismail. I think you're being too pessimistic here.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not saying that I don't have hope for them, but I'm saying I'm disappointed. Sure, but I'm disappointed because I expect coming from the off-season to see a bigger jump than I saw today. So for them, I feel gutted for them because I want a great rivalry. Today, I walk away from this match feeling this is not looking like it's going to be a great rivalry like we saw in the end of last year.
I disagree.
I think that it was just a good day for Coello Tapia and just not a great one for Chingalan.
Very bad one. This was a very bad one for Chingalan.
I hope so.
And I also think, by the way, so I disagree with you on they can go as far as Galan goes. I think that Chingotto plays a big role there, and if Chingotto becomes more aggressive, adds with the smash. So when Chingotto, when they won those matchups against Coello Tapia,
and he has to set the tone. Like, Galan for me is the leader of this team. He sets the tone.
It depends. It depends on the match, honestly.
I think mostly it's him. 90% of the
on
time.
it, and Chingo takes over, and he has the energy. He has the alpha mentality.
Of course, yeah. But Galan is still the alpha of this team, and he needs to take it.
Because he smashes.
Not only because of the smashes, because he's the world #1 many years. He's the one that has the experience.
Well, guys, let us know what you think in the comments of this, because obviously we're on different sides of the table. And don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It makes a big difference for us.
All right, guys, I have a big question for you guys, especially you, Ismail. How much hope do you guys have for Leburger? Leo Augsburger and Juan El Lobo Lebrón. Ismail, what do you have for Leburger?
Yeah, can you deny, Haroon, the hope, the potential for an epic rivalry being born after this epic match? This was by far the best match of the season, right? The best match of the tournament. And it lived up to the potential hype of this rivalry. You know, I told you guys, I believe that Lebrón and Augsburger are a perfect match together because they both want to play that style innately. They were born to play this aggressive, creative style of play that can suffocate and pressure a team like Coello Tapia, who they're all the time putting that pressure forward. Like, Coello Tapia are not used to getting that pressure. And also when you have a player on the right and the left who can technically smash from anywhere, this is where Chingalan, they can't threaten Coello Tapia in that way, right? And you saw in that match, Lebrón smashing, Augsburger smashing. When have you seen Lebrón getting called off for smashes on his own side so that the other person can take it? Augsburger is nailing smashes from everywhere. I think we're seeing the birth of an amazing rivalry. I told you guys last week, this is going to be a much closer rivalry than Chingalan is with Coello Tapia. I think they have amazing composure that they showed. Haroon, I've never seen Lebrón so calm on a bench. In all my years of watching Lebrón, including the years with Galan, I've never seen him take coaching so well as I saw in this 1 week tournament. I've never seen that. I don't know if it has to do with his mentality going into the tournament, his dynamic with the coach Solingo, who's really calm on the bench when you listen to him, or is it because he wants to give Augsburger the confidence? I've never seen this type of composure, but you know what? You have two alphas with all the power and the skills who have that belief. Harun, I'm a believer. I'm not going to go crazy with my pick, but they're here. They're here. And world number 1 is not too far away. It's not. It is not too far away.
Okay, you're pushing it a bit here, but well, first,
I'm hyped, man.
Yusuf, what do you think?
You know, when we talk about the tier 1 guys, Coello Tapia, Chingotto, Galan, there's one more guy that is in that conversation. He's on that table, but he hasn't been on the table in terms of results, and that's Juan Lebrón. He is the only one out of the rest who is right there when you talk about the best of the best. And for 2 years, he was wandering. Martin Dineno, Momo Gonzalez, Franco Stupasuk. And this week, actually, I'm like, Juan Lebrón finally found his guy. He found the guy that is going to play the way he wants. He found the guy that's going to take him back to the promised land. Juan Lebrón belongs in the conversation for tournament winner every week.
Yes.
And Leo Augsburger, next to him, with the maturity, with also just the insane talent that he has and the belief and the alpha mentality, next to him, he found a person that is going to take him to the promised land. Or actually someone who believes that he can take him to the promised land. And I absolutely love what I saw from these guys this entire week. And if I'm ending this week, by the way, to me, the team going home with the most positive signs is Lebrón and Augsburger. Not even Coello Tapia. You want to know why? Because they were this close to losing in straight sets, by the way, to Coello Tapia. Coello Tapia they were about to go home. That first set, if they didn't dig as deep as they've ever dug before, they would be going home today.
It's one volley away.
Lebrón and Augsburger are exactly, by the way, this is Galan and Lebrón reincarnated.
Yes.
And dare I say, they might be taking it to the next level. Ooh. Because Augsburger provides you with athleticism that Galan does not have. He lacks in other areas. But Galan doesn't run the way he runs. He doesn't jump as high as Augsburger. He's a more athletic Alejandro Galan.
Wow.
And he's able to give Juan Lebrón the paddle. He's able to play the tactics that Juan Lebrón wants to play. He's able to provide him with the confidence that Juan Lebrón needs. And he's standing, when he looks by his side, he sees someone that can go toe-to-toe with the best of the best and take down the best of the best. Lebrón believes now. And Leo Augsburger is right there by his side, and he's probably thinking, I have next to me a Lobo. I believe too.
Yeah, man. I love to hear that, Harun. I'm hyped now. I'm ready to run through a wall.
Whoa. Like, we need to take a chill pill here. There are a lot of great signs.
No, brother. Nay.
There are a lot of great signs for sure. That match against Coello Tapia was amazing. They have everything it takes to take a team like Coello Tapia to the brinks because they have a lot of power, they have a lot of energy and conviction, and just they're bold. They're a bold team and they're high energy, and they both really want to win and they believe that they can win. However,
and tactically, like you saw how often they were playing like the Chiquitas down the middle, to the side, both of them from anywhere, and they run up and they suffocate them. Like, it was masterful tactics. No one can play Coello Tapia that way. No one can.
You talked about the calmness of Lebrón on the bench. It's because he is in the best environment you can give him on the paddle court. Yeah, this is the best environment that he can have. He's playing. The best Juan Lebrón is back. And Padel needs the best Juan Lebrón. And the best Juan Lebrón comes out again alongside Ali Galan. That's no longer happening. And it's now coming out next to Leo Augsburger.
Yeah, you know why? Because Harun, he's not spending time talking with Stuf about, hey, be aggressive, go for your shot. You can do your thing. You can believe. He's not spending any time on that because he has an alpha next to him. It's now just in the zone of Padel. Just bringing out beautiful Padel. Playing the right tactics, play the Chiquita, move in, take the smash, move forward, backward. Like, he's in the zone now, Harun. And it's just, I'm gonna cry because it's beautiful. What a sight to see.
It's great because he has a supremely talented guy with him on the side. However, he is beyond complete. And I think that there's so much room for him to grow, which is a great thing for somebody like Lebrón Augsburger. I think he's not as decisive as he should be. I think that he's still, the chemistry between them is also not so great. I think, by the way, yeah, put some respect on Ali Galan's name, because you said that he is a better version of Ali Galan, more athletic, or who's on? Yusuf, you said that? You said he's more athletic than Ali Galan?
I believe he's more
No,
athletic.
he's not more athletic than Ali Galan. Ali Galan was jumping just as high, moving just as fast, and even better defensively, and he was much quicker, and he was smarter, I think, also, than Lebrón Augsburger. But I don't want to get into a debate here with who's better.
No, you said smarter, higher IQ. That has nothing to do with the athleticism. I said athletically, Augsburger can.
He's just slightly taller. He's slightly taller. That's it.
Augsburger is my favorite player, but Galan was also my former favorite player. But I'm not ready to say Augsburger is more athletic yet. I'm not ready to go there.
He's slightly taller and maybe has some more power on the smash, but that's it.
I don't know. I'm not ready to go there yet.
In terms of flat smash, maybe he has slightly more power, but like that, but because he's maybe a little bit younger, he has more juice. But anyways, beyond that, I think that the chemistry between Juan Lebrón and Lebrón Augsburger, I think that needs a lot of room for improvement, because I still feel like they don't understand each other on court all the time. They don't know who's supposed to take the ball, because sometimes they're both waiting for each other to take the ball. And I told you this, it's the first time where I feel like both of them feel like they are maybe the inferior player. Maybe they're not the leader. Like, it's the first time in their life, which I think is a good thing, by the way, because it means that there's room for improvement, especially for somebody like Lebrón Augsburger, who needs guidance, who needs to learn a lot of things.
All what you're saying, this is all positive then for Leburger.
It's
it means that they're like, with what you're saying, there's no ceiling for them.
It's positive, but it doesn't mean that that's in their reach. Like it's there. Like, they're taking down Coello Tapia and Chingalan, and they're world number one, because I don't think that they're gonna face well against Chingalan. But they did have an amazing match against Coello Tapia. All credit to them, but still, I don't think the level of maturity needs some work. And I still think that tactically they are not the best yet. They have all the tools to become amazing, but they're still not there yet. So I'm not on that same hype train as you, but I am hopeful. I think that they could reach it, but it still needs work. But I'm not at the same level that you guys are.
Very interesting to me, because you're a bit pessimistic about Chingalan. He's a bit pessimistic about Leburger. I'm optimistic about both. I think I love what I'm seeing from both of these guys. But you do have a point, Harun, about Augsburger, because we saw that break point in the final set, like that smash, that easy puppy of a smash that he hit pure glass. But
not only that, they lost the 6-3. The first set tiebreak, when being up 6-3, he took his foot off the gas and he made some questionable errors. But
Lebrón, he wants him to play a certain way, and he's not getting agitated. You need Lebrón Augsburger to be max confidence. If you want him to be at his best, he needs to be smacking those balls. He needs to be hitting as much as he can. And that's what, Lebrán's giving him the perfect environment for him to be Lebrón Augsburger, and Lebrón Augsburger is giving Juan Lebrón the best environment to be Juan Lebrón. And I disagree with Harun with the fact that the chemistry's off. I think they have some really good chemistry. I like the body language between them. Both of them sometimes can show negative body language. I watch them throughout the entire tournament.
I think there's a difference.
They look the best to me. They
don't fully understand each other so well. They have good energy.
They have good energy, but I think they don't still understand each other on court. They're still not really that close, perhaps, and as a result,
they're gonna improve. That's not, but I think they're it's looking very, very positive.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think,
but
I'm hyped. I'm psyched.
I want to make one last point, because right now, also, other than the fact that this is a new environment, I think that Lebrón Augsburger is in. This is the first time where he feels like he has something to lose, where he's not the underdog. He's not playing super loose. Every time he was playing with anybody else, whether it was with Martin Dineno, whether it was with Tino Lebec, whether it was with Chodas, whether it was with
because he's expected to win now. Some of these
he's expected to win, and he's not rising to the occasion as much as he was when he was playing with quote unquote inferior players. So that's something he needs to work on. That shows his maturity.
That's
But I feel like you're looking at glass half empty, not glass half full, which is weird.
No, I want him to reach it, but I just feel like we need to be more realistic.
He's still not believing that Augsburger's at the level that can compete with Coello Tapia and Chingalan, which, hey, it's a fair point, and I think the time is going to tell where we're going to
He has the talent to do it for sure, because he's showing it. He showed it with other players, but he doesn't have it. Like, okay, now when the pressure's on you and the spotlight's on you.
He has to prove he's a big dog. Big dogs mean that you get chased, not being the chaser. So he's going to have to show that. We're going to see.
His scars.
We're going to see.
You expect a turn.
We're going to see, right?
World Cup champion.
He has a lot.
He's one of the most talented players probably ever we've seen. Like, he's supremely talented. He's an amazing player. And he's everything we need for the sport. Like, beyond everything we need for the sport.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to enjoy his evolution, this team's evolution. In the meantime, we had a really fun team emerge during this tournament in Riyadh, Yusuf. Los Pacos, making it to the semifinals. What did you think of their run? Thoughts on this team?
As much as I'd love to start off this segment, Haroon, you have this team ending the season in the top 5, so the floor is yours.
I was so hyped. I loved it. Paco is an amazing player. He's so savvy. And Ismail, you also love Frank Guerrero, who was playing amazing, by the way, playing with his idol. What an amazing team to have a legend playing with a guy who's this oh my God, like, unbelievable team. So fun to watch, by the way. And I even love them even more than John Sanz and Paquito. Like that, I think this is a great and amazing team. They have so much firepower and creativity together and so much juice. I feel like Frank Guerrero is really alpha, Smile. Like you love to talk about him. You speak so highly of him. But I was so happy. And when they beat Stupa and Yanguas, it was a bit bittersweet because I like Yanguas and I love Stupa. I think they're an amazing team. I think they're both fantastic players. But I wasn't high about them starting the season. I said that they are going to leave the top 5, and I put them, Frank Guerrero and Paquito, in their stead. So I was a bit bittersweet about that. Kind of happy that I was right, but kind of sad that I am right. So, but they're amazing. Also, amazing run, and I think that this is going to continue, guys.
That was a good call, Haroon. That was a good call. Yusuf, you also were a bit shaky in your belief in Stupa Yanguas, so maybe you weren't surprised by Los Pacos, but what did you think of it?
No, I wasn't surprised that Los Pacos won this match, and I kind of expected it to happen. But, Stupa and Yanguas maybe not having the best start. I'd like to maybe touch on Yanguas in a bit, but Frank Guerrero is supposed to be in that conversation of very late stages of tournaments, right? And Paquito is his first chance at doing that on a consistent basis. And Paquito, he has not taken his foot off the gas since the end of last season. It's as amazing as it was to end last season. He blew my mind the way he ended 2025, and he's continuing it in 2026, looking like the absolute superstar that he is, legend. Fran Guerrero is gonna get his chances to grow, because this is, like we used to say with Bella, whoever plays with Bella, they're getting their master's degree. This is a master's degree right now for Fran Guerrero. And Fran Guerrero, by the end of his partnership with Paquito Navarro, is going to be a completely different player. Who's going to call him then? So many interesting people that could call him. But Fran Guerrero is on his way to the top. Paquito, we know he was at the top, and he's still up there. So love this for this team. And my only thing is, I don't know if it's going to last so long, because Paquito can be a tough teammate.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but to be honest, I didn't have them beating Stupa Yanguas. Like, Stupa Yanguas is a team that were making finals consistently almost. And last time they were together, they won the new Giza P2 together. A team with a lot of experience, so fit, so fiery. Like, I didn't expect Fran Guerrero and Paquita to find a way to get over the hump this quickly. And especially, I wasn't expecting the chemistry between these two guys to mold so quickly. But you know what? Paquito's not getting enough credit for being a good leader, And he allowed John Sanz to play his best paddle next to him. Whether you didn't We didn't like necessarily some of the body language, but you know what? John Sanz played his best next to him.
Yes.
And Chingotto arguably would have never gotten that call from Galan had he not played next to Paquito. And now here, the same story again. Fran Guerrero again playing his best paddle next to Paquito. And the only reason they were dominated by Chingalan in that semifinal is because something I have never seen from Fran Guerrero, the lights were too bright. Yeah. He was not able to handle the moment. That almost was a bagel in the first set because he could not get into the rhythm. He was so nervous. Yeah. You could tell even on the bench, Paquito's just telling him, enjoy, like we need to get the nerves out. Yeah. He was not used to that moment. He was intimidated by Chingalan, who were bringing a ferocity he had not seen before. And so, yeah, this is part of his growth. And I actually, now after this result, I don't see why not this would not continue until the end of the year, because with someone who believes in
long
Paquito,
season, my friend.
It's a long season, but you know, if they can still have these good results, like, and he has Paquito feeling like there's someone next to him who can offer, you know, Fran Guerrero might be quicker than John Sanz. He might have a bit more power, dare I say, than John Sanz. He adds a lot of firepower on the right, and he's a bit more aggressive in a calm way. I would say even like he's a more strategic aggressor. I would say for Fran Guerrero, and I think Paquito likes that. So you know, this was a faster type of court. I think when they go into slower courts, they will do better. Paquito likes the slower courts. I think this is going to be a very, very dangerous team. This is my conclusion. Very, very dangerous team. Haroon, your prediction of them in the top 5 right now, if you ask me if this is going to happen, yes or no, yes, I believe.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay. Let's go.
Great point that you made about anyone who plays with Paquito usually takes a step up after they leave. And that's true. But they're with Paquito for a good time, not a long time. No one stays with him that long.
Maybe.
Like but I like as a partner, like Paquito, 1000%. He makes his partners feel very, very comfortable. But after a while, it might like if the lights are too bright for Fran, 5 tournaments in, 6 tournaments in, and then Paquito's gonna start thinking like, I'm 37 years old. Maybe you're not ready for this, Fran.
I don't know. I like the signs I'm seeing. I'm not going to doubt Paquito.
but
I'm pessimistic on this team a bit, but you.
Why would you feel like Fran Guerrero is gonna all of a sudden shrink when he already has big wins under his belt already by himself, and he was having decent wins. Like he beat a lot of top 10 players when he was with Jairo Batista, even when he wasn't even on the map, and then when with Javi Leal also they were going toe to toe against Coello Tapia, and then also
the only thing he doesn't have, Haroon, is
Nieto, which I think are
he's
the same
never
level
been to the
as
semifinal of a P1, right? This was the first one.
I think he made it to the semifinal with Javi Leal.
Oh yeah, he made the semi. But I mean, he's never won a semifinal match.
No, he's never.
Yeah, who has?
Made the final. And this might be his second. This might be his second.
Who has?
Yeah, you're right. Because no one is winning the semifinal. But this is only second semifinal.
No.
So like he's not used to this moment.
It's not that I don't believe Fran Guerrero is going to make it. I'm saying is Paco going to have the patience? That's my question.
I think Paco's been.
He's making semifinal at P1. Who else is going to take it to like? How much better can you get though? That's the question.
I'm
like
talking
how
about
much?
How he was with Sanz. I think he was great with Sanz. I think he was great with Bergamini. I thought like he was with Chingotto.
Don't bring up Bergamini because I do not agree with you there. Anyways,
like if you say like, oh okay, fine, Paco doesn't have the patience, he can't take it anymore. Who is he gonna get that's gonna take him to the semifinal consistently, for example?
Yeah, no, it's I think there's a good outlook. I'm optimistic on them in any case, and that's a fun story, and I can't wait to watch.
Let us know, guys, what you think of Los Pacos.
Yeah. In
the comments, we'd love to read everything you guys have to say.
Yeah.
And subscribe, please, if you haven't.
How high are they gonna go? Haroon, on the other hand, we had a lot of other cool stories happening. So let's get into our biggest winners of the week. Haroon, I think you have a good one.
Ooh, Mano Castaño and Joffrey. Wow, what an amazing team. This guy, Mano Castaño, is 17 years old, looks like a phenom on tour. How many phenoms do we have? But we have another absolute baller. And what a bold move by Khofri to take this guy who's a teenager to drop in the rankings also. But maybe this guy has more potential. Maybe this is going to be an exciting partnership. Love it. Like, absolutely amazing. They beat Leal and John Sands, who were...
Big win, Haroun. Big win.
Huge win. John Sands left Paco because he wanted to take the next step, because he wanted to go even higher. Leal, who is also somebody who is like targeting the big spots, and they come up like absolute clutch against Manu Castaño. Khofri, take a bow, guys. Absolutely amazing performance, and looks like there's going to be many more amazing performances we're going to see in the season from him.
I agree. Castaño is a problem.
When someone like Khofri, who's trying to fight for like top 30 spot, and you go and get Manu Castaño, a 17-year-old, all the way in the 80s, that says something.
It's a big
because
signal.
Guys don't give up ranking spots like that so easy. Oh, let me play with you, rank 80 in the world. Never, it never happens.
Ranking spots. Wild.
It says something. And remember when you did the interview with Mike Yanguas, what did he say? One of the young players he's looking forward to seeing.
He did say Castaño.
He did say Manu Castaño.
Yanguas seeing the future.
Yes, he did.
Well done, Yanguas.
17.
It's insane. It's insane. I can't wait to watch what he does next. Yusuf, who's your biggest winner?
You know, another player who people have been high on for a while is Rami Valenzuela. And he was playing with Paul Hernandez just 2 years ago. And we were waiting, when's he going to make that big move? When's he going to make that big move? Haroun, you like to take credit for making the right pick. You did not make the right pick, because guess who he beat? Your boys that are going to make it to the Master Final. He beat Sanyo and Gonza in this tournament to move on. And then he goes on. By the way, who does he beat next? Him along with Javi Martinez. They take down Manu Castaño and Khofri to make it to the quarterfinals, eventually fall to Lebrón and Augsburger, one of the best teams of the tournament. But big signs. This is a guy who people said like he's the second coming of Tapia maybe. He's a close friend to Tapia. He trained with him, coming from the same area. Ramiro Valenzuela might be coming. Javi Martinez, hats off to him, a veteran, a journeyman. But you have next to you maybe a superstar in the making. Hats off to Valenzuela. This is 1,000% a win he needs to be able to move on to the next phases and reach maybe even higher milestones in the very near future.
By the way, Valenzuela is supremely talented, by the way. He gives me Tino Libac vibes. I know he plays on the left, but he still gives me those vibes. I feel like he's very creative. He's going sometimes for these volley lobs, especially against Lebrón and Augsburger. A lot of creative shots. They had them on the ropes. They have 5-3, by the way. They could have took that second set and it would have went the distance. But they lost. I think there's some maturity and clutchness that he could work on. But what an amazing creative guy, by the way. He's a really special player, I think.
Valenzuela, Collado, Hernandez, Castaño. Superstars coming.
Rubino.
and then it's A. Margoni, David Gala. Yeah. Also, Libac, who's young, Cardona, super young. Augsburger.
It's exciting.
All those coming, but Haroun has Sanyo and Gonza, man.
He loves the veterans. He loves the veterans.
By the way, he's Gonza, Gonza Guvini, and also Nico Corliss. He's their goat. He's their goat, guys.
Yeah. I mean, great tournament from Valenzuela and Martinez. Let's see what they do next. Gonna be fun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. But guys, a segment that we love, which is the best shots for every tournament. The best shots for Riyadh. Yusuf, what was your favorite shot in this tournament?
This one absolutely blew my mind because, last year we saw Tolito block Agustin Tapia's smash with a volley, right? And you're like, that's as good as it gets. And then here comes Paquito Navarro to absolutely destroy any notion, any thought that this is the only way that you can blow people's minds blocking a smash. Yanguas goes for a smash, Haroun, you can see here. all the way from behind the service line, and you wait for it. It's probably going to come back and you tap it out, the Paquito tap. But he's like, no. How about this? Behind the back, let me block it and then to the corner, and then let me absolutely take control of the net. You're going to pass it back to me. Boom, smash. Let me win that point and remind everyone on planet Earth that Paquito Navarro is one of the most talented paddle players to ever live. Blew my mind, Smite.
Amazing. It was amazing. He's just incredibly talented. He's the feather of
By the way, hats off to Frank Guerrero in the ball. You can see him do some matrix move to get out of the way. It was like both guys did some crazy stuff. Well, obviously, Paco did the craziest thing.
Smite, what about you? What was your best shot of the tournament?
How do you know? Every single time Coello lines up for a bajada, I'm praying for those who are standing at the net because it's just a weapon of mass destruction. I'm worried.
Forehand or backhand.
Yeah, I'm worried he's going to hurt someone when he does it. And he's going to unleash it. You know, and he doesn't always unleash it, but when he does, you know it's going to be brutal. Here he is. He lines up for the bajada. You're like, I hope he's not going to absolutely rip it. No, he does. He absolutely goes for max power. Harun, Chingotto finds a way to do like a backhand defensive goalie save block that finds a way to get over the net. I don't know how he pulls it off. I don't know even how he saw it and find a way to get his racket there in time, because if his racket isn't there, Harun, he might be in the hospital right now. He finds a way to block it. Boom. And they win the point because Tapia doesn't even know how that ball came back. So it was an incredible block. It's unethical. It's not fair. You shouldn't be doing that. It's harmful. It's dangerous.
Unsportsmanlike.
It is. I would say it is unsportsmanlike. I 100% agree with that. How did Chingo block that? Every single time Coello lines up, I am praying for whoever's at. I'm happy it's not me. And I'm really looking with one eye because I'm like, I don't know how can somebody manage to either get out of the way, and if you want to block it, it's incredibly dangerous.
If you know that you can hurt somebody in a certain way and you still do it anyway, then that means you're a bad person.
It does. I think Arturo, he's
amazing. One of the best shots in sports. I think this is an amazing shot. Like, unbelievable.
The thing is, it was the backhand. Like, it wasn't the forehand. It was the backhand, which is insane. But you know, because Coello was like, okay, you block this one. And then Tapia's like, I'm not going to allow this to pass. I'm not going to allow this to pass. And a few points after that, remember, he came and he did his own bajada whipperoo right at Chingotto, and Chingotto couldn't get it this time. Like, he was like taking revenge. You got that back? How about this one?
Like, Chingotto's just like a warrior from Sparta going to war.
He's so underrated, by the way. He's so fierce. He's such a warrior.
Yeah. I would have been ducking.
Those were some insane shots, guys. If you have any others that you saw, let us know. We want to go back and watch them. So many matches, so we might have missed some in the early rounds. Let us know in the comments. And as always, guys, do not forget to subscribe. We appreciate it very much when you do. That being said, guys, on the women's side, maybe the most impressive run we had this entire tournament. Andrea Ustero and Ari Sanchez taking down the queens, Delphi Brea and Gemma Turay, to win the Riyadh P1. Ustero, her first tournament ever, wins it. Smail, your thoughts on Ustero and Sanchez winning the first tournament of the season?
Yeah, first of all, I want to give you guys credit because both you and Harun had Ustero and Sanchez winning this tournament and winning this final, at least.
Not the tournament.
Yeah, you had them winning the final, which I thought Delphi Brea and Gemma had this one in the bag. I thought their experience would overpower Ustero and Ari. And man, oh man, I just can't believe the level I saw today. And, you know, after they got punched in the mouth by Delphi and Gemma in that first set, I thought we're going for another straight sets victory. You know, Delphi and Gemma going to dominate the beginning of the season, kind of like what we saw last year. And then bagel for second set. Like, or almost, it was almost
6-1,
a bagel.
6-1.
6-1, they were up 5-11. It was almost a bagel. I was like, what in the world's going on here? And the level from Ustero, like the composure that Ari showed, dominating the cross court with Gemma. And Ustero showing us that she's Augsburger on the left, on the right for the women. Like, every smash is going out, like incredible smashing and so timely and clutch every single time. And her defense was incredible today. She's all over the court. She doesn't look like she moves this quick, but she's everywhere. You cannot get by Ustero. She might be so underrated defensively. And I think this is something that she should get a lot of credit for. I think she's improved dramatically on her defense And the shot selection was incredible. The confidence that she was playing with and Ari was instilling her with, unbelievable. Unbelievable, Yusuf. It's officially my favorite team. And they were one more match point, Harun. They were one match point getting blown out, like one more match point lost away from being perennial chokers because they needed 10 match points, to clinch this one. But this is officially my favorite team. I think Ari allowed and nurtured Ustero to be the player everyone hopes and believes she can become. Yeah. And she is way ahead of schedule. If she's here already, the tour has a problem. Yeah. They have a problem. We might have just seen a team that can come for it all.
Yeah. Harun, did you think the same?
Oh my God. That was an unbelievable run to a title, unbelievable final to take down Delphi Bray and Gemma Triay in 3 amazing sets, and you almost bageled them, and then you had 900,000 match points to seal it. First of all, Andrea Ustero is probably, for sure, she is, she takes all the cake because she's the one that hasn't been there. She wasn't former world number 1 like Ari Sanchez was. She's not a veteran like Ari Sanchez was. She hasn't been at that stage, and she won a P2 before, but she hasn't won a P1. She hasn't beaten any really big players before. So you have to give her so much credit. And I feel like she's a very mature player. I feel like she's been on tour, first of all, for quite some time. And obviously her smash is unbelievable.
Her composure and behavior on court really is amazing. It's so impressive.
I agree.
You really just enjoy watching how calm and enjoying she is in the toughest moments. It really is incredible. I agree. And I think also because her composure, it reflects in her shot making and her decision making. Yes, her smash is amazing, but she baited them well enough for them to Delphi Bray and Gemma Triay to also always running to the net. And then she does a fake smash. So she is aware. She has a very good self-awareness, very good court awareness, and smart enough to not feel like, okay, I'm going to go for my favorite shot, but go for a fake smash and a touch. That's something that to me signals maturity, signals somebody who is, not afraid of the moment, to not feel like, oh my God, am I maybe making the wrong shot? So much credit that I think that she deserves. And also Ari Sanchez, I feel like I'm a bit wrong about Ari Sanchez here. I didn't think Ari Sanchez was going to take off. I thought Harun going finally giving Ari some credit.
Finally.
I feel like
it took a long time, brother.
When you look at those matches that she was playing with Paula Josemaría, it felt like she was the one to blame a bit
so
more.
Much happiness that you're finally giving Ari credit. I kept telling you, man.
I would give her credit by the way before. I would give her credit before, but I felt like
enough. You always gave Paula so much more.
I felt like she was going to take a back seat here because it was clearly Paula Josemaria's decision to move off her. And it was clearly that she's going to be, quote unquote, the lesser player. But she deserves a lot of credit here because I feel like she's playing better than when she was with Paula Josemaría. I don't know if it's about playing loose, playing no strings attached here, playing that you're an underdog, you don't have to win, or you're gonna lose, which is maybe kind of like what you felt like playing with Paula Josemaría, like you playing with like the same feeling when you're playing with Juan Lebrón, or playing with any great player. Like you should win, and if you don't win, you lost, and also it's a failure. And I feel like I don't think that she has that pressure on her as well right now. So. Yeah. Lot of credit for them. I picked them to win in 3 that you didn't give me credit for, which I do feel like I deserve. I picked them to win in 3.
Hey, I gave you guys both credit at the top. You both.
But I did 3.
That was a good pick.
But I picked the semifinals to the T, but no one gave me any props there.
Yeah, you did a good job there.
While everyone was talking, and us included, was talking about the Bea and Paula team up, and this is going to be the Coello Tapia on the women's
sorry
side.
to cut you off, Yusuf. Yeah, I think we need to eat that up a bit because might get some negative comments there. You guys said Bea González Paula Josemaría, so we were wrong apparently right now.
Yeah, Harun, 1,000%. We need to. It's one tournament in, so you want us to eat our words, sure, but. The conversation was Bea and Paula, Bea and Paula, Bea and Paula. And the actual Coello and Tapia might be Ustero and Sanchez. like Andrea Ustero if she, like we said, actually, that this is a potential great team. And we also said, Smail, I remember very well, we said Ari Sanchez is going to be a great leader, a great mentor to Andrea Ustero. And we said Andrea Ustero has the talent to become a superstar in the game. The question was she going to be able to take that step now? What we've seen this week is, yes, she is going to take that step now. And I think Ari Sanchez is providing her, like I said about Juan Lebrón and Lebrón Augsburger, I think she's providing her with the perfect environment. And I think Ari Sanchez is able to be that leader that she is capable of being. She is also spreading her wings in a way, because Paula Josemaría, they're the same age. And it's not really like a leader and like a disciple, if you want to call it that way. But that's what she's becoming. She's becoming that great leader that she can become. And she played amazing. She's also playing free in a way. Maybe Paula Josemaría was not allowing her to play as free as she wanted. And on the other side, Andrea Ustero to me is the most talented player on the women's tour. The most talented. Not the best, but the most
talented. You said
that
about Bea González.
No, Bea González is the best player. You see? Because you wanted to catch me. She's the best player. Andrea Ustero has the most talent. And the way she can just do so much with the racket in her hand. You said the defense, the smashing, the touch. Like, I really think she is that. And the thing is, can she live up to that potential that she has? We have to wait and see. But for them to be able to come up clutch, and she's built for the big moments also. I know it took 10 match points, but she's built for, like, she's standing tall through it all. And then you could say it's time to choke, but she didn't choke going up against the world number ones, a team that's won countless titles together.
I never saw her flinch.
She didn't flinch once, exactly. So this team is coming for everything. For everything.
It's amazing.
Ari Sanchez is at her best, not only paddle-wise, but as a leader. And Andrea Ustero is looking at her best as a paddle player and as a follower to Ari Sanchez, who is a legend of the game.
I'm so happy because this was the team I was most excited for when we saw the new partnerships. Yeah. And I'm so happy they showed success this early. I regret doubting them coming into this final. But man, I'm so excited about them moving forward.
Well, then before we move on to the next segment, Smail, who's your MVP then?
It has to be 100% for me, Ari Sanchez. Just the composure, the leadership, the consistency, the way she outplayed Gemma Triay, especially in that second and third set. Domination, shall I say. For me, it has to be Ari, instilling that belief.
Haroon, who's your MVP?
No, I have to go with Andrea Ustero because Sofia Araujo gave Andrea Ustero some belief, some mentor. But I think Andrea Ustero took it to the next level. And I think that she is absolutely amazing right now. So she's my MVP right now.
I think my MVP is 1,000% Smite, like you said, Ari Sanchez. Ari Sanchez was amazing this entire match. She allowed Andrea Ustero to be the player that she's capable of being. And I love that Ari Sanchez is now getting credit again because people like Haroon were doubting her. And here she is back at her best, showing everyone why in the world she is world number one for so many years. Why she has the most titles on the Premier Padel Tour. There's a reason for that. Ari Sanchez is a superstar. She's a legend. And she's, once again, spreading her wings. And she's allowing Andrea Ustero to be the player she wants.
She's a thoroughbred winner, champion. She's here. She has next to her the caliber of player that can go for it all. I 100% agree with that, Yusuf. Haroon, you were super excited about Bea González and Paula Josemaría partnering up together. Are you now worried after their early exit in Riyadh?
No, I'm not worried. Although, yes, this was in the quarterfinals against Tamara Ricardo and Claudia Jensen, but this was it was the first time they played together. They're still getting used to playing with each other, matchups, so the feels, the pressure, the nerve, all of these things get out the window. And then once they get into the rhythm, they're going to feel great. I feel like maybe they're a little bit overconfident. They thought that they're just going to do it all with talent, but I feel like they need to focus a bit more and just get grounded. But I'm not worried. I think that Tamara Ricardo played amazing. Claudia Jensen was absolutely unbelievable. They were returning everything and they were clutch. But no, I'm not worried.
Yusuf, are you worried?
Look, I'm not worried. I think I told you last episode, I'm like, they're going in, there's so much pressure. Everyone is talking about them. Everyone was saying they signed the contract to become number ones, not to partner up with each other. So, and the pressure looks like it got to them. They didn't lose to a bad team. They lost to Ricardo and Jensen, who are worthy opponents. But Bea and Paula should be levels above Tamara and Claudia. But it looks like that wasn't the case. One tournament, I'm not going to look much into it. I think I approach this as an outlier, not the norm. So am I worried? No, I'm not worried.
I am worried, guys.
Oh my
I
God.
think.
Come on.
Wow.
Like
Come on.
Like it's worrying signs. Yes, number one, the
What's
pressure got to them. The pressure got to them. I think the chemistry.
So much pressure's on them.
Is not there, and it's fair because it's the first tournament of the season. But they need to like validate this partnership with the title very quickly.
They had to. You're right.
And if they don't validate, I think within the next 2 tournaments, it's going to be a problem. And so that's why I say they needed to validate this partnership very quickly. So it's clear.
Is it with the tournament win?
To validate?
Yeah.
Yes, because they're here to get world number 1.
Yeah.
And so,
Especially that was Ustero and Sanchez just did what they did.
Yeah, and also, they lost to Ricardo and Jensen, and Ricardo and Jensen got actually smoked in the next round. So,
To Ustero and Sanchez.
To Ustero. So that's what I'm telling you. No, there is room to worry here. And so I'm watching this partnership closely. I don't know if they have the leadership and the ability to be the kind of teammates that each other needs.
Yeah. Right
now, for me, that's in question. How are they going to support each other through this challenging times? Paula Josemaría has to show that leadership of a multiple year-end world number 1 champion. And Bea González has never been there yet, so she doesn't even know what that means.
Yeah.
So, lots of question marks actually for me.
It's a fair point, because I'm also not feeling the chemistry.
I didn't feel any chemistry on the court.
Interesting times. Let us know what you guys think, because Paula and Bea, people said world number 1. Do you guys think that's still happening after what we saw in Riyadh? Please let us know. Well, this leads us to our next segment and my favorite segment of every episode, and that is Overreaction or Not. I'm going to tell you guys something based on what happened this week, and you let me know. Is it an overreaction? Is it not? Let's do this.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Harun, let me come to you. Stupa and Yangas will be the first top 10 pair to break up. Overreaction or not?
Your boy.
Come on.
Rage baiting us. Rage baiting us.
No,
It's not rage bait.
I'm joking. No, I think this is not an overreaction. I think this is not an overreaction. I think that they might get frustrated if they continue to lose. I don't think that they want to settle for number 6 or number 7 or something like that. I think they want to compete for semis and finals. So I don't think it's an overreaction. If another loss comes like that, then I don't think it's not an overreaction for me.
Ismail, overreaction or not?
I'm going to call overreaction. I think Stupa is such a good, solid player, and I think Yanguas has incredible talent. I think they both are happy to play with each other. Frank Guerrero played amazing in that win that he had, him and Paquito. But I don't think Stupa and Yanguas are the kind of players to panic after one, quarterfinal loss. So I think
It's a great team.
it's a great team, and they're a great team. I really think they're going to be competing. So, no, I'm going overreaction. No, this team is still here, and I don't expect them to break up at least first.
Yeah, this is the team I told you guys last episode. Stupa, Yanguas, I don't know. I know they had success, but I'm not feeling something. But I'm going to say this is an overreaction. Not the first top 10 pair to break up, but will they break up? I think I see it coming, but probably not the first. I think they're going to give this a good try. The next one, Smail, you're going to love this one. Ready?
Yep.
Lebrón and Augsburger have a better chance to dethrone Coello and Tapia than Chingalan. Overreaction or not?
This is 100% not an overreaction. And you don't need to look any further than the results of the last tournament. Look at that match in the semi-final. One volley goes in the direction of Augsburger, and this match, they would have taken out Coello Tapia in straight sets. Chingalan got denounced 6-4, 6-2, and it didn't look competitive at all for the remaining 10 plus games. So, no, I think the game that Augsburger and Lebrón will be able to play against them is just the kind of suffocating paddle that is going to compete with Coello Tapia. Chingalan are in question right now.
Haroon, overreaction or not?
So when you say dethrone, you mean that they can become world number one instead of Coello Tapia, is right? That's what you mean?
Yep.
And more
No,
victories.
this is a massive overreaction. Chingalan are proven. Chingalan were this close. They were one match away from becoming the world number ones themselves, and I think that requires a lot of consistency, being final after final, title, final. So when I see that from Lebrón and Augsburger, then I'll believe it. So this is an overreaction for me.
Yusuf, break the tie.
You know, this is awesome because Lebrón Augsburger are providing us a three-headed monster at the top of the game. But don't you dare disrespect my boys Chingalan. Chingalan have showed you for 2 years that they don't know how to lose before the final. And that's what it's going to be required of Augsburger and Lebrón to do. So the consistency, we need to see it to believe it. And Chingalan have beaten Coello Tapia 9 times, so they've done it before. So no, like Haroon said, this is an overreaction. Chingalan are closer 1,000%.
Chingalan are amazing. They're still beasts.
They are.
Yeah, I agree. Then Haroon, John Sands will regret leaving Paquito Navarro and joining Coquinetto. Overreaction or not?
We don't know. Coquinetto's injured, so we don't know what he's like. So I'll say this is an overreaction for now because I don't want to disrespect Coquinetto. He hasn't been back yet. We're going to see what Coquinetto does because he's an amazing player, super fit, lots of endurance, and he's a fighter, absolute fighter. So I'll call overreaction right now, but could be though. Could be.
Smite overreaction or not?
No, this is not an overreaction at all because look at John Sands' results with and without Paquito. Look at Paquito's results now for the past almost
Masters
year.
final champion.
Yeah, Masters final champion, but he was not a perennial semi-finalist even before that. Like, that was the one big breakthrough he had with Cookie. Before that, he's a perennial quarter-finalist. He got his best results, arguably, with Paquito. Paquito's been a semi-finalist or finalist, essentially, without him, and especially since the middle of last year. So, of course, he's going to regret it, because he's not going to be reaching semi-finals consistently. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is not an overreaction. You're not supposed to leave Paquito Navarro when he's playing some of the best paddle he's played in a long time, looking as fit as he's ever looked, by the way. So, yeah, I think he's going to regret this. This is not an overreaction. Then Smile, a very, very interesting one. Delphi Brea and Gemma Triai will break up by the middle of the season. Overreaction or not?
Wow, I don't know enough about the details of this pairing, but, you know, for everything I can tell from the outside, I feel like both of these are committed to the project. I feel like they have good chemistry for the most part. I know they just lost 5 finals in a row, which is a problem, but I don't think this is the type of pairing that will quit, and I think they're going to still compete for titles, and maybe they might have the most titles by the end of the year, so no, I'm not saying that this
Haroon,
is an
overreaction or not?
I'd say this is an overreaction because they're still the world number ones. When they get dethroned from becoming world number ones, then it's a logical decision to think about the breakup. But there's no reason to panic right now. Yeah, final, absolutely amazing final from Ustero and Ari Sanchez. So this is an overreaction for me, guys.
Yeah, Yusuf.
This is not an overreaction.
Wow.
Gemma Triai, by the way, is cutthroat. When Claudia Fernandez was doing amazing with her, and she told her, "Bye, you're too young. Give me someone with more experience. I need." And if it continues to go that way, maybe
Who will she call?
she's gonna find anyone. It's Gemma Triai. She'll find anyone that's gonna pick up the phone. So if by the middle of the season she's not winning tournaments like she expects,
She'll call Paula Josemaría?
call whoever. She call whoever she wants to call, but she's gonna call someone. And so, yeah, I do not think this is an overreaction.
Interesting.
Then last one, Haroon. Andrea Ustero and Ari Sanchez will be more successful than Bea González and Paula Josemaría. Overreaction or not?
This is a massive overreaction. Yes, they won a tournament. It was great. It was unbelievable. But let's calm down. Bea González was super successful by herself. Paula Josemaría was super successful by herself. Both of them should be much more successful. So this is a massive overreaction. Need to give these guys some time to get into the rhythm.
Smile, massive overreaction?
No, this is not an overreaction. In fact, I think Ustero and Sanchez will be better. I told you, first of all, I'm incredibly salty about Bea González leaving Claudia Fernandez, number one. I'm also incredibly salty about Paula Josemaría leaving Ari Sanchez. So I'm happy. I wish with all my heart that Ustero and Sanchez do better. And I actually believe they will, because I don't think Bea and Paula are going to be good enough partners to each other like Andrea Ustero will be with Ari Sanchez. And I already saw the results from tournament 1. From Ustero and Sanchez, yes, I actually think they're going to have a better year. Already there are question marks about Bea and Paula.
I agree with you, Smile. This is not an overreaction. If Ustero is going to be this player, this superstar,
She looks like the best
Ari
player.
Sanchez is a superstar. She's a legend. Why in the world would I second guess? So the probability of that happening, I think it's there's a good chance. There's a good chance.
I like it. I like it.
Guys, that wraps up the overreaction or not segment. So, guys, let us know what you think. Always, we love to hear what you have to say. What do you agree with? Who do you agree with? We love to hear what you have to say in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, huh? Come on, do it.
You know, we like to keep it 100 on this show and let you know where we were right and where we were wrong. Let's start off with where we were wrong. I had Lebrón Augsburger on the men's side winning the title. I was wrong there. Haroon, you had Chingalan. They fell short there. Yusuf, you did have Coello Tapia, although you switched your pick up in the final. You went for Chingalan. So I don't know, do you get credit for that or not? I'm not sure
He
what to
also
make.
did that in tennis,
down.
where he picked Carlos Alcaraz to win it, and then he switched it in the last second.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I sat down before I posted our predictions. I'm like, do I want to do this? You should stick with your pick. And then I for some reason, I couldn't bet against my boys Chingalan. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and on the women's side, where we were right, none of us were right. Actually, we were all wrong. We
The
all
unanimous
had
picks keep on getting us.
unanimously. You know, I picked Bea and Paula, so reluctantly, and I had no feeling in my heart that they would do it. And I'm so happy that they did. I'm so salty right now, and I just can't help myself.
How about my
guys.
semifinal picks, by the way?
Yeah, Yusuf nailed all his semifinal picks. You had them all to the T with the number of sets.
I told
too.
you Chingalan in 2, and I said Coello Tapia in 3 against Lebrón Augsburger.
Excellent picks.
Thank you.
Excellent picks.
Thank you.
And also for the final, you and Haroon had Ustero and Sanchez beating Gemma and Delphi. Amazing job. Haroon, you also had it in 3 sets. Well done, brother. You did a great pick there.
Yeah.
And well, I got nothing right this year.
You
this
got
week.
Coello Tapia in the
I
final.
just got Coello Tapia in the. I was the only one that got Coello Tapia in the final.
Yes, so.
So
Well-
I mean, Yusuf, you jumped ship.
Yeah. Let's keep a log of this, and then we can go back and see how good is each player, because apparently I get the reputation that I'm not good at making picks. Yet I can see so much praise coming my way this episode because
You get that reputation because you had the pick and then you jump off it for the wrong one. So that's why you get
made
there.
right picks though lots of times. Anyways, time to make some more picks. Gijon is 2 weeks away, but let's make our picks now. The Gijon P2 happening, Smail. Who takes this tournament on the women's side?
Ooh, it's going to be feisty. It's going to be a competitive tournament. I think that Ustero and Ari, they're going to be competing, but I don't know if they can back up such an amazing performance. I'm going to let the emotions are going to be high. I'm going with Gemma and Delphi. I think they're going to prove themselves right this time.
Okay.
They're going to find a way. They're the most consistent team we saw last year. Going with Gemma and Delphi.
Haroon, who are you going with?
It's tough. I'm going for Bea González and Paula Josemaría. I'm doubling down here. I think they're going to fix this up quickly, and they're going to lift the title and start enjoying their success together. So Paula Josemaría and Bea González for me, guys.
The women's tour, it's so tough because so many good teams. And whenever, by the way, I pick Triay and Brea, it's never right. It's never right. So let me take that one off the table. Let me go with the team that just showed us that they're the best in the world, at least this week. Andrea Ustero and Ari Sanchez to win the Gijon P2 and continue the season to look like the best team in the world.
Amazing.
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now, the men's side. Gijon P2 happening. The guys weren't there last year. They're going to be back
Completely
this
different
season.
this
Yes, sir. Not Kuru Cabeza and Francisco. I forget. I apologize.
They were
But
amazing players, by the way.
They
had
were
an
amazing.
final
They beat
against
Toledo and Guns in the
Toledo. It was
final.
unbelievable.
1000%.
Facundo Danique also, Yusuf Hassan, lots of great fun stories.
Yeah.
Simone Cremona also. Lovely things happened last year.
It really was amazing to see different players. That's why we loved it last season. But this season, the big dogs are back. Gijon P2 going down. Smail, who wins the tournament?
Well, you know, this team just showed us that when they go into the lab and when they work on themselves, they come back better, even when you think that they can't go higher. So 100%, I'm going with Coello Tapia here for the victory. They just showed the way they dominated Chingalan was monstrosity. It was an absolute annihilation. I think Coello Tapia are by far and away the big dogs until someone proves it, including Leburger. They have to show me they can do it.
Okay, Harun, Megamind reference in there. Who you got?
I'm going for Chingalan again. I go for Chingalan. I think Chingalan are going to fix it. They're experimenting. They're trying different things. Chingotto's working on a smash. And I think that this is going to be something where, Chingalan love P2s. They win these P2s against Coello Tapia. So I'll go for Chingalan here.
Yeah, Yusuf.
It's such a shame because they win those P2s and it doesn't mean the same, right? Like, and then Coello Tapia win the P1s in the majors. We did win the World Cup. Let me back the team that I want to back this entire season. Let me go with the team who I believe gave us an outlier in the Riyadh P1 final. Give me Chingotto and Galan to take revenge from whoever they play to win the Gijon P2.
Well, both of you guys backing Chingalan again? Let's see.
It's Coello Tapia.
I mean,
Come on, Lebrón Augsburger, you're the guy.
I know.
Rub his bad luck on me.
What bad luck! I picked the champions on both sides.
Whenever just the way they won against Chingalan was so convincing for me. It was so convincing. Like
you're looking at this is what it's gonna be. I'm looking at it like this is just an outlier.
Yeah, and time was gonna tell.
It will.
Time is gonna tell.
Yeah.
Let us know, who do you think is gonna win the Gijon P2, and also who do you think was the MVP of this tournament on both the men's and the women's side? Do you like where Leburger are headed? Let us know in the comments because we read every single one. In the meantime, if you enjoyed that, go check out our recent interviews with Coach David Howe of the Swedish national team. So many cool insights there. If you enjoy that, you're going to love Coach Nacho Porto. Hilarious. So many cool insights. You're going to love it. Subscribe for all your paddle stories here. We'll see you next week.
Vamos, vamos, vamos!